Hello, and welcome to Football Retrospective. Today we are looking at the 2012/2013 Bayern Munich squad and some of their players from that season and what have happened since. Coming off a Champions League loss to Chelsea the previous season, Bayern seemed determined to bounce back and brought back basically the whole squad from the previous season. The only noticeable departures from the previous season was longtime backup forward Ivica Olic, who at age 32 went to Wolfsburg, and Hans Jorg, who was the backup keeper the previous few seasons. Coming into the squad during the year were Mario Mandzukic, who arrived from Wolfsburg from €13 million, essentially swapping out jobs with Ivica Olic. A 20-year-old wonderkid Xherdan Shaqiri arrived as well to provide depth on the wings. But the highlight of the transfer season was Javi Martinez, who arrived for €40 million from Bilbao to shore up the midfield. For the 2012/2013 season, Bayern would end up winning 4 trophies this season. They would win league by 25 points over rivals Dortmund, taking back the league trophy from them with a total of 91 points in 34 matches. Bayern would also win the DFB Pokal, taking the trophy by beating Stuttgart 3-2 in the final. The DFL Super Cup, which they defeated Dortmund 2-1 over to kick off the season. The highlight of the year though was winning the Champions League. An all-German final. Bayern beat Arsenal 5-2 aggregate in the round of 16, Juventus 4-0 in the quarters and dominated Barcelona 7-0 in the semi-finals aggregate before coming across fellow Germans Dortmund in the finals, winning 2-1 thanks to an 89th minute winner from Arjen Robben to win the trophy. As we look into the squad, there was talent all around, with basically no hole on the team. In goal was, and still is, Manuel Neuer. Now going on 12 years at the club, Neuer would play 50 games across all competitions that year, cementing himself as the best goalie in the world, before winning the 2014 World Cup with Germany. Still the top goalie at the club, he would win another Champions League in 2019-2020, won 2 German Footballer of the Year, and has won 11 straight league championships for Bayern as of writing. In defense, it all started with 113 capped right back and captain of the team Philipp Lahm. Playing in 652 career games, Lahm remarkably never got a red card once. Lahm was 28 during this season and was also sometimes used as a defensive mid and showcased natural ball skills that he could play any position on the field before retiring in 2017. The most common center-back pairing were Brazilian defender Dante and German Jerome Boateng. Boateng was the ball-playing defender of the pair, coming in from Man City the previous season. He would spend 10 years in Germany before moving to Lyon in France in 2021 after winning another Champions League in 2020. As of writing, he is currently a free agent at 35 years old. Dante was a rock for the team, who arrived before the season for $4.7 million. Not expected to be a highlight for the team, he played a lot for them over the next 3 seasons before moving to Wolfsburg for a year, before moving to OGC Nice in France. In 2016, where still at 39 is going strong for them in the French top flight. At left back is current Real Madrid player David Alaba. Only age 21, this was his second full season in the Bayern first team, making 47 appearances at 20 the year before. Alaba would go on to become one of the most versatile players in the world, playing every position on the field regularly at one point other than goalie, forward and right winger. The second youngest capped Austrian player ever at 17 years and 3 months, Alaba has gone on to win 103 caps and still on 31, closing in on the record of 110. Now at Real Madrid since joining on a free in 2020, he is now a regular center defender for them, helping them win a Champions League in 2021. The other defenders were Daniel van Buyten, who was 35 and would back up for another year before retiring. Holger Badstuber, who looked like a wonder-kid future defender, but could never break into the first team despite winning 31 Germany caps. Would move to Schalke and Stuttgart, where at age 31 in 2020 would be playing second division football and was with and hasn't played professionally since 32 years old in the Swiss league. The center of the park was the strongest of the team, highlighted by Bastian Schweinsteiger. Age 30, he played 45 times this season, putting up 9 goals and 11 assists. He would go on to win the World Cup, before moving to Man United in 2015 after making his 500th Bayern appearance. In Manchester, he would not feature often before getting frozen out of the squad and training alone before spending 3 seasons in America for Chicago Fire from 2017 to 19. 40 million summer signing in Spain star Javi Martinez also featured, often appearing in 48 games in 2012-13. He would play for 9 years in Munich, hampered by injury often and moving to center back, but when he played he was rock solid in defense. After another Champions League in 2019-20, he moved to Qatar, where he is still playing as of today. The third midfield was usually Toni Kroos or Luis Gustavo to partner Schweinsteiger and Martinez. Kroos is a football legend, where at 33 has won everything in football. A World Cup, 5 Champions League and a German Player of the Year, he is still going strong. He would spend 1 more year in Munich, where he felt he wasn't starring enough for the team, so moved to Real Madrid, forming one of the best mid-trios with Modric and Casemiro. In Madrid, Kroos would win 3 straight Champions Leagues and is still going strong today. Luis Gustavo was more defensive of a mid and would leave after the season, wanting more of a starting role. He would move to Wolfsburg, which seems like a lot of this team moved to or from, and would go on to play for Marseille, Fenerbahce, and was with Al Nassr, playing with Ronaldo last season, but as of writing is a free agent at 36 years of age. He would gain 40 caps for Brazil, playing in the 2014 World Cup 7-1 defeat to many of his German teammates. Other midfielders featured were 18-year-old Emre Can, who at 18 was promoted to first team and since played for Liverpool, Juventus, and Dortmund, and at 29 has 43 German caps. A 17-year-old Pierre-Emile Højbjerg would play 3 times, and lastly 33-year-old Ukrainian Anatoly Timashchuk played 52 times, with 24 starts, where he moved to Zenit in Russia after the season.
In attack, it was orchestrated by the extraordinary Thomas Müller. Playing 50 times with 23 goals and 17 assists at 22 years old, the academy graduate has been a top attacking mid since coming into the first team. So creative, they created a position just for him where he just finds space. Now 34, he is still at Bayern, where he has 674 appearances as of video with 235 goals and 239 assists to become a club legend. He is also 4th in Germany caps with 123. On the wings were Robben and Ribery. An iconic duo, both were extremely dangerous and would cut in and cause havoc. Whatever you did not want the ball on either of their feet. Robben, after not finding a home with Chelsea or Real Madrid, moved to Bayern in 2009 and would play 10 years with the team. In the 12-13 season, he would contribute to 13 goals and 13 assists. After the 2019 season, Robben would retire, but not before coming back after a year break to his boyhood club FC Groningen. Frank Ribery, the French maestro, had arguably his best season this year. In 43 games, he put up 11 goals and a team-high 23 assists. A wonderful cutter, whenever he got the ball he would cut inside and drive towards the goal before spotting a teammate. Aged 29 in 2012, he would play another 6 years in Bayern Red, before moving to Italy with Fiorentina before retiring in 2022. Up front was top goal scorer and summer arrival Mario Mandzukic. Arriving from Wolfsburg, he would score 22 goals and would become one of Europe's top goal scorers, but never found a permanent home. He would spend only 2 seasons with Munich, scoring 48 in 88 appearances before moving to Atletico Madrid for a year in 2014, then before 2015 he went to Juventus in Italy. There in Juventus he would help them reach a Champions League final, scoring a famous bicycle kick in the loss. Mandzukic is also well known for helping Croatia make the World Cup final in 2018, scoring 3 goals and 3 assists. Up front also feature a young Xherdan Shaqiri who played 52 times but was often substituted to break in during his first year, but still put up 8 goals and 13 assists. Well known for a lack of work ethic, Shaqiri has arguably been a waste of talent, but despite a lack of effort, very few have been more gifted. Due to lack of effort, he has moved to Inter Milan, spent a couple years in Stoke in a major fall from grace before moving to Liverpool, winning another Champions League. He is now playing the MLS. The other attackers were Mario Gomez, scoring 19 goals before leaving after the year to Fiorentina before moving to Besiktas in Turkey, and like many other, Wolfsburg before retiring in 2020, and Claudio Pizarro. Pizarro would score 13 this season and played for Bayern until 2015 when moving to German side Werder Bremen and Köln. Finally, the manager was Jupp Heynckes, who at age 68 would leave after the season before Pep Guardiola would move in to take over. Many players of this team would go on for great success, with a few youngsters not living up to full potential. Bayern since this season has not lost a league race and has won another Champions League. Many of this team featured in 2014 German World Cup Championship team, with the majority of other players from the World Cup coming from Dortmund, who Bayern beat in the League and Champions League. In the coming years, Munich would steal many players from Dortmund such as Lewandowski, Götze, Mats Hummels, and Niklas Süle. I really hoped you enjoyed. Please like, share and subscribe to show support and help future video be made.